What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Jacob Lee Taylor here. There will be no tinfoil or bass today. Trying to set this channel in a new direction where we talk about the rock and metal scene, past and present. Today I'm going to give you my opinion on the idea of people from outside of the community wearing rock and metal t-shirts. Talking about this on YouTube is not a new thing, nor is it a new thing in general. When I first got into the scene, early 2000s, it was already a thing. You could walk into any high street shop and on the rails in the men's section was all your middle of the road sort of dad rock t-shirts, you know. Metallica, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, the Ramones, Motorhead to a lesser extent. They were all there and you could just go and buy them. At the time I did get a little bit hurt by this, but only because I'm a pretty obsessive Metallica fan, and out of all of those bands, they're the ones where I would really I felt it quite close to my heart. The reason I play bass is basically because of Cliff Burton, who, not only in my opinion, let's be honest, is the greatest metal bass player who has ever lived, and changed the way that bass is played the same way Jimi Hendrix changed how guitar is played. So for me, any normie wearing a Metallica t-shirt is a good thing. Firstly, Metallica have been paid because their likeness has been used on the t-shirt, so Metallica could continue to make music, which may or may not be a good thing at this point, but they're helping to support a band that you love. Also, a normie's never listened to Metallica before, he buys a t-shirt because it's fashionable, he thinks, I might give them a listen. Metallica have got a new fan. His friend thinks, Metallica, I'll give them a listen, never heard them before. Again, they've got a new fan. It can't really be a bad thing in that way. There is a lot of gatekeeping that goes on, particularly within the metal scene. I've seen a lot of content creators make this sort of content where they approach people wearing band t-shirts and put them on the spot and ask them to name 3 songs, for example. The last one I saw was Jared Dines was doing this. Not to have a go at Jared, his content is absolutely fantastic and his success on YouTube is undeniable. But for me, pulling somebody up and trying to embarrass them for your content is not really cool. And you've got to think how many people are going to wear t-shirts because it's fashionable against the percentage of people who are going to wear the t-shirt because they are a genuine fan of the music. Nothing I am wearing at the moment says anything about me being involved in the rock and metal scene, because image and music are 2 separate things that happen to have an overlap. The amount of overlap is entirely up to you, and also it's the 2020s. We can wear and listen to whatever we want, irregardless. All that stuff doesn't matter. It doesn't change your day at all. For me, it's only a good thing, but what do I know? I'm a man in his mid-30s, listening to Metallica, YouTubing from his mother's house. My opinion doesn't really count for much. If you've got a different one, I'd love to chat about it. That's what comment sections were made for. I think I'm going to wrap this up here. All this is just my opinion on the matter. You're talking to a man who, when he was 17, was in a hardcore band, so wore camo shirts and a Converge t-shirt and not much else. So I'm as guilty as anybody else for this sort of stuff. But please like, subscribe, and all those things that YouTube people say at the end of videos. It'd really help, because I do want to do more of this. Even though I don't ever want to do it as like a money thing, it's always going to stay as a hobby. It'd be nice to get out to a couple more people. With that being said, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.